This week on The Fowl Life.
We've said it here several times that we cannot do what we do without the team we have across this country, whether it's Team Bandit or the Avery Pro staff and Jordan Sargent up in North Dakota. He's just one of those guys that is all out, 100% passionate about waterfowl hunting, from scouting to getting on the birds, getting permission, knowing the local landowners. He's just awesome. We're up there this week with them right around the Bismarck area. We got Team Benelli with us, J.P. Fisher and George Thompson's two of my good buddies in the industry. And Jordan's a little bit stressed out because he thinks we're early. El Nino, it's warm. The migration is not in full effect yet, but I put a little bit of pressure on him and tell him that we're coming anyway. We make the trek from western United States all the way to North Dakota. My good buddy Les Nesbitt from Reno, Nevada is with us. He's a huge big game hunter. He's got a world slam to his name, actually. But his number one passion is duck hunting.
I'm 74, and I've been hunting waterfowl since I was 14 years old. Nevada's in a severe drought, and there was no waterfowl in the areas I hunt. And I had the opportunity to come up here with Chad and his brother. It was just a great opportunity for me with a young dog who was not going to get to hunt this year. And he had the opportunity to come up here and actually retrieve his first duck on film. So I can always cherish that part of it.
With Les in tow, we head across the country, and I'm checking my phone. My brother's checking his phone, and the weather report that we're getting is consistent. It's not good. High winds. In a lot of places in this country, it'd probably be considered a hurricane, but we're rolling anyway. And added to the weather, I keep checking with Jordan to see if the bird report gets any stronger, and it's not. And when El Nino's in town, one thing is for sure: timing is everything.
My foul life.
I'm from Hazen, North Dakota. Our waterfowling experience up here is, I guess I haven't traveled much other than to Canada, but I would say we're second to none here for what we get to experience for these last 6 to 8 weeks of the season here. We knew looking at the weather, you know, our birds they're late showers all the time, and they need a good cold front to push them down. And it just wasn't happening. And I talked to Chad, "Are you sure you still want to come?" And yep, we'll be good. We'll just have to work hard. And the first few days we did work hard, and we struggled.
With high winds like this, it could keep some potholes open, but driving around, a lot of them are frozen, which is a good sign, because once all the little bodies of water start freezing good, and tonight it's getting down to 8 degrees, and tomorrow it's getting down to 5 degrees, then these river corridors become really popular because it's open water for birds. There's a lot of food around with the corn production up here, so with that open water, they have a roost to go to, whether it's a day loaf or a night roost where they're sleeping. There was gusts up to 80 last night. It's just too much to hunt in. I don't like hunting in high winds like this. So tomorrow it's 15 to 20 miles an hour, which is a lot better. Bluebird day with sunshine. Hopefully find some magic for the morning.
I'm a senior product manager at Benelli, and I've been there about 10 years managing the Benelli brand. The fun part of the job is coming out here and doing some product testing, and we call it R&D for new product development.
Head over there across the river. Is it spraying water? Or I think they're spraying water.
Which river are you referring to?
The one with no ducks on it.
Duckless?
Yeah. The river known as Duckless, North Dakota. The river formerly known as Duck Heaven.
I mean, Federal must love you guys. They send you a case of shells that lasts all season.
What was I anticipating coming to North Dakota with Chad? I was for sure we'd find some birds, and first couple of days were a little rough.
That light on those decoys right now is cool, ain't it?
Almost as cool as a whole bunch of ducks landing in them.
I'll probably send that recipe that Dave Stanley sent me for duck back to him.
Turns out we don't need this. Thanks.
Don't need it, Dave. Thanks anyway.
Let's kill this duck. Just got up, but... Get ready. Get ready, George. From the right. Get ready, George. Shoot him. Nice shot.
Hey, we're on the board.
Yeah! Stop pistol.
Follow us at thefowllifetv.com.
I've seen this before on certain parts of river system, and specifically on this part of the Missouri River, you can't hunt Canada geese on it. You can hunt ducks, and geese are the only thing that we could get to react to our decoy spread and our calling that day. There just weren't many ducks around. Jordan's getting nervous. We're razzing them in the blind, just like, you know, guys do. We're ribbing him, but in reality, the guy has bent over backwards for us, and his whole family has, and it's just one of those deals where you look at his look on his face, you can't help but feel for the guy because he's been looking forward to this all year. We've been looking forward to getting up there with him. Jordan's got a slew of friends and contacts that are literally scouting around the clock for us, and we're getting reports that they found a cornfield, and Jordan got permission on it through one of his family contacts, but they had deer hunters in there on the day we were on the river, and that's why we were there. We get to hunt it the next day. Hopefully those deer hunters don't scare all the geese away. We're just kidding with you, Jordan. We're having fun. It's all fun.
It is. Tomorrow there better be some high five.
We might. Just don't start a guide service, dude.
Don't start a guide service.
There's just not a whole lot of action on this, this as far as ducks go. Maybe they're downriver more.
Well, there's definitely some down in the corner right by the field wherever we're going tomorrow. But
if you had to bet your farm on it, would you bet that we smoke them tomorrow?
Bet my farm? No, we'll get them. I don't know. When you have a field like that, I don't know how you don't get them. I guess you've seen it, so.
It just depends on where we choose to set up. Got to put out a big spread.
It's hard staying sane, babe. Just like the rain, never knowing when it's done.
Brad, when we were out there today, you might have noticed that Pistol, a year-and-a-half-old dog, is very birdy. And to get him to honor your dog so that they're not both out running around in the field at the same time or distracting each other. So what would you recommend that I would do to keep him steady and an honor situation?
Yes, sir. I would make sure he's really steady just by himself first, by throwing a live duck right in his face. I'm doing a lot of stuff, making him sit at remote sit, throwing stuff by him. And then if you have the opportunity to get with somebody, practice it in the yard before you go out in the field. 2 excited dogs right here. We're just working them, making sure that they're good and steady for the field tomorrow. Brad, John, Stuart.
Stay.
There goes another one.
Stay.
Rouxfus.
No.
So Pistol was very steady. He honored the other dog. That's what we want to practice to get ready for the field tomorrow. They're both jacked up. That's good that we both have a dog that likes to work, though.
That's better than one that just laying there sleeping.
That's right.
How many geese you think were in here, Tempest? Me and you scouted this out.
Oh, I don't know. 30,000?
Really?
You think so?
Yeah, but no. Even if there were, you don't just go with 30,000. A little bit different today. We're going to have standing corn. I've never done it in the axe line. I've killed geese in Ontario and different places sitting in standing corn, but this will be pretty slick. I have 25 feet of axe blind, all of our guys in there, and it's only 6 to 8 degrees, variable, light and variable winds today, so the river's full of geese, and it's a bunch of ducks feeding in here today. So Mojo's on remotes and about probably 25 dozen Dakota full bodies, and we be in business.
As it gets down here, yeah.
All right, boys, here we go. We're live. Get ready. God, everything we need except no wind. Brad.
Sir.
Run your dog on those geese, please.
Oh, Rouxfus. Hi.
I try to stay as optimistic and positive as I possibly can, but I'd be lying if I didn't feel the pressure creeping in while we're sitting in the axe blinds. We got Benelli, we got Brad and Mossy Pond retrievers, Jordan's feeling the stress, and I'm telling you guys, it's just that feeling that what's going to happen next? Are we going to have a hunt or are we not going to have a hunt? Guys, we're killing the next goose that comes close. You ready out front? Out front.
By the way
you ready,
you're
guys?
looking at
You ready? You ready? Kill him! Nice shoot, boy!
If you can't keep hold of your man, then don't come.
You ready on the right? Oh, we ought to just be blazing those, huh? Oh, yeah. Watch on the right, watch on the right. Get ready on the right. Get ready on the right. Get ready on the right. Kill him, kill him, kill him.
But I'm a pistol.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Come on, attaboy. Attaboy, pistol.
Hey.
Good job, pistol.
This first goose.
Kill him.
They say preparation is the key to success. When the shot of a lifetime presents itself, will you be prepared? Will you be do all ready?
Hey guys, Chad Belding with the Fowl Life television series. So much goes into making for a successful hunt. That's why when the birds finally commit, we depend on high-vis to keep us on target.
Socialize with us at the Fowl Life TV.
This first goose.
I was very happy with him. He did really well for a 1.5-year old puppy.
Record, whatever you but I'm a pistol. Now you can try to hide, but baby you can't run.
Oh, they're working hard, boys. Uh-oh, look at this.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it this time. They're gonna do it.
Get him.
But I'm a pistol.
Clear a hole in it, baby. How unreal was that? Hey, did we punch a hole in that group? Good night, boys.
Little North Dakota green.
Holy smokes.
They turned again.
Look at the duck. Look at it out there. Geese laying.
Yeah, I see them. Look at those geese. Good night, boys.
He's over there.
You see them, Les? Les. Look on the river right there. The trees are moving, Les.
Pretty strong. On the right. Load up, load up, load up. Watch this single. You ready? Kill him. Oh, nice shooting, boy. Woo. Thank you, folks. How do you do? Good, here. Here. Guys on these three. Yep. Shoot him. Nice shooting, boys.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Beautiful.
They wanted it.
What is the overall image? How would you describe it of Benelli, George?
Well, Benelli is the ultimate waterfowl shotgun. You know, reliability, durability, and that's when you go through all this effort setting these decoys up and setting these blinds up. Last thing you want is for your equipment to fail on you, and Benelli doesn't do that.
I've got one of the original Benellis. My maintenance program probably isn't that good, but it never malfunctions. It does a heck of a job.
When you go to Italy now, do you try to speak Italian but keep it to English and just add an A on the end of everything? Like, how you doing, huh?
No, I actually speak fluent Italian, but I don't tell anybody that because I can eavesdrop on their conversations.
Do you really speak it?
No, not at all.
Burning them, boys. Old guitar in my lap and roots in my head. There's
You ready on the right? Kill him. Kill him, guys, kill him! Rain out! Yeah!
Brad Arrington and Rouxfus came out here, and they really showed off what a world-class dog training organization he runs. Rouxfus was, hands down the best field dog I've ever seen. We watched him go retrieve a 600-yard cripple with only 2 commands.
That dog does not stop until he hears a whistle. He's on a line.
Keep him going.
He's trained not to stop. He hears Brad give his next command with the whistle.
Have him go to his right.
Boom. Sit.
He turns around and sits.
Go to the right.
Have him go left. That is awesome.
So good.
That is freaking.
Oh my God.
Good job, Kim. Job, Brad.
Good job, Kim, for taking on that. Wow.
So that's why Brad's here.
Good job, Rouxfus. That's amazing. Pretty good, huh, Les?
It was very good.
You got it down?
I don't know, I think so.
It's a lot easier than it looks. It is?
No.
Beautiful. And sometimes these big honkers like this, man, they develop so much fat and pin feathers, and it can get tough.
Yeah, somebody's got a nice layer of fat on them already.
Yeah. Watch it up. Remember, you always have it to where you get to grab it with this thumb, so this is the one you're going to start on right here.
Right here, right?
Right on that breastplate. Just scrape it down. You're always being cautious of where your fingers are, obviously, in your thumb.
Yeah.
I get going so fast sometimes I just nick myself and it hurts for a week.
Oh, there we go.
It's perfect. Now turn this hand over so you're gripping that with your thumb, and you're just slightly giving it a pull away from the breastplate while you're cutting it right down the skin. That's perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, see that? You get really cautious of the meat on the bone. There's a lot of good tender meat on a goose and a duck right up against that bone, just like a tenderloin or a backstrap on a deer or an elk. See that? Just shave it. Beautiful.
It's just that easy, huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
Look at that. Your first goose.
Thank you.
Look at that.
That's great. Honestly, one of the things that I was most impressed with on this trip was, shooting the birds, bringing them back, processing them, cleaning them, and then having an amazing dinner. And that, to me, that sort of embodies everything that Benelli stands for.
Being stressed out in duck camp, it's just not good. It's not good for the psyche, and it doesn't do anybody any good at all. And whether the birds are there or not, whether Mother Nature is cooperating or not, you got to keep the bigger picture in mind. What duck camp, what goose camp, what hunting camp is all about. And we've preached on it before. It's the friends, it's the smiles, it's the high fives, the wet dogs, the coffee pots, the meals. But guys, North Dakota, Jordan, his awesome wife Jasmine, and their family open their doors. And that's what duck hunters and hunters do for each other. So we're going to sit here, enjoy this dinner, and let duck camp take care of the rest.